Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So today we're going to do a little project for our TCTC, or the Colossal Tome of Concepts, which is basically just an idea journal. So what I'm going to do is make some of these, and I've been seeing these little funny dolls all over on Instagram because there's a challenge going on, and if I remember, I will link that in the description box below this video. I'm not doing that challenge, but I just loved all these little dolls that everybody's making, and everybody's doing them in different ways, you know, different size bodies and different heads, and you just do it however you want. You can use magazine pages for the heads. You can use, like, if you have stamps or some kind of drawing of faces or whatever. And so I'll show you how I made my faces, and then, you know, but you can use whatever. And then I've used a tag, so I've just cut a piece of paper 2.5 inches and then used my punch because I kind of liked how it sort of had almost like shoulders or whatever, but you don't have to have that. You can cut just a straight strip of paper. It doesn't matter. And then I added some wings, and these are these die cut things from Tim Holtz Layers, I think is what it's called, or whatever, which is kind of a good thing. Engraving, they're just black and white, and so I used the wings out of there. I don't even know if there's any more wings in there, but you can use whatever butterfly wings. This is actually a piece of a collage board or master board or whatever you want to call it that you've seen everybody do. So I won't be doing mine that way as far as making a whole board. I'm just going to kind of do some collage on some book page because I have like 1 million of those that I need to use up. So, but if you have a whole master board, you could cut all different length strips and put heads on them and wings or arms, whatever you want. The idea kind of is, I think, not to have like necessarily arms and legs, but I have seen some with legs, and I've seen lots with wings, and so just however you want to do it basically. But they're just kind of fun because I think you could stick those in a pocket and they would be kind of cute with the head popping out. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you how I did mine. I have all different ones that I've done. Some I've just left black and white. These ones I drew over watercolor, so I just put little bits of watercolor down, let it dry, and then put the little faces over the top. And so I drew this stencil that I've been gonna put in my shop. I was just trying to figure out like size and all that. I think it's gonna have to be a bigger stencil, or I'm gonna have to limit it down, because when I cut it down to like a smaller size, they're too tiny. Like you can't really even get ink in there or anything. So yeah, I've been playing with this, and I know I have a whole bunch of stencils that I haven't put in my shop yet that I've been playing with, but it's kind of a process. So I'll just kind of show you how I did these, and I'm sure that you can already figure it out by kind of looking at it. But like I said, you don't feel like you have to have this or any, you can just use whatever. You can just draw little faces. It doesn't matter. It's not, or like I said, cut faces out of magazines or whatever. I'm just showing you how I did it. So I kind of like this long nose fella here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll come in a little bit closer and try to remember to back out because I'm horrible about that. So I've just taken my stencil and obviously gone in around, and I did color in the whole area instead of just drawing it out and leaving it, as far as, you know, like just one line. But you could just totally go one line and be done. Like that, you know, and call it done. But I decided to go ahead and fill mine in for these. So I hope you guys are having a good day. My daughter's surgery went very well again. It's a little more involved than the last one, but definitely went well. The doctor was pleased, so that's a good thing. And then she's feeling pretty good today. I mean, obviously not 100% or anything, but definitely good. So yay. Hopefully we'll get all healed up and be done. So yeah, but it went well. So that makes me very happy. Okay, so I just color in my little space of my stencil, lift it off. Now I have a face. But I mean, these are obviously very simple faces that you could just draw. And then all I did was kind of like maybe give him a little kooky sort of idea of hair there. And then wherever I thought maybe the part would start, I just kind of did, you know, ovals, and I did multiples. And they don't have to be perfect. You can see I'm like going all wonky and crazy. But that's literally all I did for these. And then I cut them out. Oh, I also added on most of them like some kind of little neck. Okay, so that is what I did. I didn't get these ones cut out, so we probably won't use these ones. But let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, I put down a piece of crinkly deli paper, and Posh has been laying on it and playing on it, and so you'll probably hear the crinkly. It's just him playing, but it keeps him amused. I'll take it away if it gets... Pasha, lay down. He likes to lay on that kind of stuff, so I just let him play with it. Because he's goofball. I'm going to do this tag. Let's go with about 6 inches. That should be good. Oh my gosh. Theron. Theron. Oh, he can't hear me. I'm going to tell him to come here. Okay, hold on just a second. I will take that away from him, because he's obviously going to have too much fun. Will you take him out there with that?
But he likes it in here.
I know, but it's kind of noisy. He's like, no, my paper. My paper. Oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go ahead and collage it first, and then I will punch it out. This one I kind of did it backwards, and because I had this piece of masterboard and it wasn't backed, so I did that after, but it's probably smarter to do it before. So I'm just gonna like take pieces, and these are scraps, so another great way to use up your scraps for sure. Oh, the back was cool too. I could have used the back. It's all right. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good. I just am happy that we're done with that craziness. It was kind of awful for her because they could not get her IV in, and she passed out, and yeah, that part was terrifying. But once we got that all under control, it was fine. She kind of has those not fun veins for IVs. I, on the other hand, have hoses wherever they stick me. It's fine. I don't have a problem with the collapsing veins or any of that jazz. But she does, unfortunately. And it's almost become a anxiety thing for her because it happens almost every time. It didn't last time. They got it right in, but for some reason this time they couldn't. But other than that, it all went great, so that's good. Just never know, I'm telling you. Gonna put this little piece here to kind of cover that. I was gonna ink after, but you know me, I cannot ever help myself. I just get inking, especially on paper like this with so white of a middle. So yeah, I've been seeing these all over. I don't know if you guys have on Instagram, but I want to see the treble clef right there. But yeah, they're super fun. Oh, and I want to show you guys, because if you aren't on Instagram and you don't follow me on Instagram, you wouldn't have seen these. But these I did with the stencils too in the shop. So that's I think that's the second lady or the first. I'm not sure what number I put on that, but anyway. And then I did, that's the 60s lady, just normal, you know. And then I did this one. I had so much fun doing this last night. I've been doing these while I'm sitting and watching TV. That's why, you know, there's no video or anything, but she's my mermaid, I decided. But yeah, anyway, those are the stencils that are in my shop. The face ones, so if you aren't knowing what to do with them or whatever, you can do all kinds of crazy things, and you don't have to do, like, you know, like if it's the 60s one, it doesn't have to be 60s looking. It's just, that's kind of how I label them, just so it'd be easier to have them in there and find them and all that. And then kind of their backgrounds go with them and that, or if you want them specifically for certain time periods, then that's the way they are, but they don't have to be for that. But yeah, I've just been like when I was waiting in the car while my daughter was having surgery, I sat and did that. And I drew a couple more on my tablet. I drew a couple of men, so I thought that might be kind of fun to have some male faces too to draw or use. Okay, so there's that. And if I want to back it now, probably would be smart. This is from my Spill and Tea Digi. I get questions a lot about this one when I use it. That's why I'm saying it, if you're interested. It just has some really good kind of coffee dyed backgrounds. Some of them have lace and stuff, so they're just kind of a fun one to have for backgrounds or backing tags or whatever you like. And they kind of go with everything. I thought it might be fun to make one to go in a pocket of that little hinged or binder journal that I'm working on. It would be fun to put one in there. What do I have put up here? Is this piece long enough? Not really. I don't like that because it doesn't have the whole kind of postcard. This is just an edge of an old paper. That would be kind of cool. Turn it around and keep the numbers maybe. Yeah, I like that. That's just an old book page. That's a good thing to do with those too, those big margined books, is keep them and use them for whatever. Of course, I had to go and rip it. Adds character, right? That's probably going to get cut off anyway on the with the punch, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so let's figure out what face do we want with this. Some of these are big. You could draw smaller ones or whatever. But I'm kind of liking, see, like he'd be way too tall for that journal. If I did this guy, I could cut off a little bit too, because he's not really big enough. His head's not big enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it off if I do that. Let's get it punched. Hopefully that glue won't get all gloppy in there. I just like this because it gives it a good, almost like a neck area or something. I mean, you could go like that, but the whole, I just like the shoulder sort of effect that it has. So I think I'm gonna take it down here like I did the other one. Plus it braces it a little bit, which is nice. And then I'm going to ink it a little. But you could leave these totally white and modern looking too. Like if that's the style that you're going for more, you don't have to do this. This is just the way I'm doing it. And then what I did with her is I put like, love you, mother, I don't sleep, so. It's just random words out of book page. And so you can do stuff like that. Just, you know, for some fun and interest. So I can put that on his face. Maybe on this side. So yeah, they're just kind of fun, I think. And instead of a pocket this time, we're doing some fun different tags, which I like. You could paint them up, color them up, all kinds of stuff. So let's see if we have anything good to put on here. I just look for anything that might look kind of cool on them. Obvious reluctance. I don't know why. It doesn't have to mean anything. They can be completely random. Have fun with it. And this isn't like how everybody did them, so maybe we'll put that on his body. So you don't have to do it that way. It's not necessary. You could even kind of just come down and take letters instead of words, just to give that effect. I did see, where was it? I don't know. I thought I saw something that would work. Oh, life right there. That's kind of, that would be fun. Sorry, my cat's, Pasha won't leave Jules alone, and she's not really being hurt, but she makes it sound like she is, so that we'll get after Pasha and tell him to quit. Because he doesn't bite her or do anything. He's just trying to jump at her and play with her, and she doesn't like it. Unless she feels like it, and then it's fine. Pasha, leave her alone. She don't want to play with you. Crazy cat. And then I'll just put life up there. But you could do these a million different styles, ways. You could use, you could collage with fabric to make them, you know, kind of like dresses maybe. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that you could definitely do with it. And then what I did is put a little bit of sewing tissue over the top of the face. Don't necessarily want a lot of kind of like the 4. Don't mind the 4. Yeah, maybe I'll do it like that. And then I just put glue all over it. This is sort of like doing the playing cards, the way I do the playing cards. Just to age it a little bit with the coloring. And I don't know if I even want to do wings. I'm going to put my obvious reluctance on there. Don't know why, but I am. Yeah, so you can choose to do wings, no wings. legs, arms, if you want to, whatever. And again, I'll try to link that Instagram where it has all the people's different things, so you can just go look and get other ideas. I think I'll have to shorten this a little bit because it's going to be way too tall to go in any pocket, really. So how tall is it? We did it at 6, didn't we? So let's go with his head. I'm trying to figure out. Gonna kind of cut off maybe this bottom part of them, and I think that'll be good. I went and chopped my fingernails off again because I had a few that like cracked, because I've been digging out in the yard and doing all that, and sometimes I wear gloves, sometimes I don't. And so anyways, like a ding dong, I just chopped them all off again, and then I'm like, I can't pick anything up again. It's so weird. And then I didn't do like an exact rip when I tore it, because I kind of almost like the way it feels a little bit like hair on the sticking off the head or something. Since they don't really like have anything around their face. But you could put flowers on their heads. Oh my goodness, it's really endless. You could just go all out. I'm gonna make a little slot for the neck to go like I did with that other one. It just, I think it makes it go together better. Looks a little more seamless. So right under the hole is sort of where I put it, and I just hold up his neck to see how wide it is. Does it go all the way through? It did. So this one you'll be able to see, the other one I covered. So it just depends on how you want to do them. If you want these parts on it to be covered up, then you might want to wait on the collaging of the back. But I would put the wings on last, just because it makes it a lot easier. And then I just kind of glue back here. Oh yeah, there's a hole in that. Maybe I'll put a little strip of something there just to make that covered. Work. The big thing is if you want them more as just decorative pieces, maybe even to put on the front of a journal, you could go all out and like flowers and fabric and all kinds of stuff. But I want to be able to put them in pockets, so I don't really want, you know, to go too crazy with what do you call that? Stuff that sticks up. You guys know what I'm talking about. Too much dimension is what I'm trying to say. See if we could use any of these crazy things. I never know what to do with these. This is kind of cool though. This would be actually a good place to use them, because they're just kind of, I don't know, random, I feel like. And sometimes I just don't know what to do with them. Kind of just like that pen tip there. You could even use these heads for some. And I saw some, I think, did that, some of the ladies. I don't know if I want wings on him or not. If I do, I just want like little ones. I don't think I want wings on that one. But there's even bigger ones, so you could totally do that with that. So that's something to think about too, because I know a lot of people are like, how do I use these black and white pieces? And honestly, I don't even always know. But yeah, you could definitely do that. that was just sitting there, and I just feel like I need to put that on there. More of the sewing tissue that I tore off, but it's in Spanish. Okay, and I'm going to put my little pin tip there. And of course I do ink them up, so I guess they're not really so black and white anymore, but they're very random. And I'm good with that. I like stuff like that. Most of the ones that I saw were very, well, there was a few that had that vintage feel to them, but a lot of them are more of the mixed media, modern sort of look. I don't think he'll fit. We'll probably have to make a shorter one, but let's see if he fits. I just want the idea of what it's going to look like. See, yeah, he'll stick out, so we have to make a shorter one, but wouldn't those be fun in a normal size journal? I just think they're funny, like, but I love goofy stuff like that, so that's probably why I like it. But there's another one, and you could add more words. There's, you know, you could do all kinds of stuff with those. We could do one with one of these. Let's do the lady, and then maybe she'll fit in that journal, because we'll do her a little smaller. Yes. So let's find, where did I put my, this one glued very well. See, sometimes these aren't totally glued, so then I come back and fix them. My glue pages. So we can do her a little bit smaller. Could probably go with like a 2-inch tag on her. So we'll go right at 2. That's about her shoulder width. And some people were doing them like this, where they had their shoulders too. So if you've got it, I just didn't with those little ones I drew, I just did their head. So you can do it like this, you know. Let's try this. Oh, I need to decorate it first. I always want to do that. And we're going to cut it off some, because obviously I don't want it this tall. Otherwise I'll be back to this thing, right? I think that'll be good. Yeah, it'll work. But yeah, great use of scraps for sure, because my whole desk is just covered in randomness over here. So we're going to use it. Try to find some flowery something maybe. There's so much space here. Let a rest or whatever they call it. I don't know. I'm not very musically inclined. I'll turn it that way so I can put something else on there. But you could do them super colorful, like I said, using the like watercolors or other paints. Let's do something a little bit flowery at least. I kind of just want a piece to go across there. Since there's so much just random space there. And then something down the side. doesn't really go, does it, with that? Those are Gayle's trims, Gayle Gustinelli. That wouldn't be bad. We're gonna tear it. This is just a scrap of graphic 45 paper. You don't need all of it. Should have gone the other way. Kind of just really like this pink flower right here. Don't really need the whole entire thing. Okay, so then we need to cover the back with something, and I might add some things to that still, but let's just get this. I don't know what is on here. This is just a scrap from some project. So I'm not sure if that's someone's paper kit or not. It's just very faintly got like words or something on it. Okay. And if you don't have one of these, you can just cut, you know, the corners off of the tag. I got this one on Amazon. I think it's in my, oh, this one I probably didn't need because she's already kind of got shoulders, huh? I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut the top off. It's amazing how that is so difficult. I think that'll work. You could also color these with like the distress crayons or, you know, colored inks or whatever. I think I'll just put her kind of like that. Do I want her behind? Probably not, since I've got that partial hole in my, well, you could put her little button right there. I don't know if I like that or not. I think that works for some weird reason. Who knows why? No, I think that's good. It's like not centered, but I don't mind it. My icky fingers with the ink. Very random. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Is there like a little piece of... I would take the ring off or something, but I'm just trying to see if a little piece of lace might work on there. Let me go grab something. Let's see if I have anything in here that it's all full of strings and everything. It sits over by my sewing machine and I clearly just stick bits in it. Bits and pieces. That'll dry clear too, so even if it's... Stick. Oops, that's backwards. I don't like it with that colorway. This one might work though. Just like a little bit flowers. I may have to run a stitch across there or something just to hold that, but just a little collage of fabric there. And I don't think I'm gonna put that one, or you know, put wings on it. You could also cut your own like funny little wings if you wanted, but I think she'll work in there. So there's an idea to use those black and white Tim Holtz things that we all struggle with. I love them. They're super cool looking. I just don't ever know what to do with them. So I know that this is a little bit different, having the feminine features with these more masculine ones, but I have done a couple of like pages that are a little more feminine. So yeah, so I think it's okay. There's a lady. Yeah, I think it works with the black and white. So that's gonna go in our little binder journal. Let's see, what else could we do? I feel like we could add a little bit to this. I'll try to do like a brighter one. I know that's not really my wheelhouse. I'm trying to get better at that, but I tend to stick with these tones, these neutrals more. Thought that was stamp, and it wasn't. My funny little he does need a hat. This almost looks like a collar the way that's dyed, like a bandana or something. But if I put a hat, he'll be even taller than he already is, so I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, let's see what else. Let's try to do like a bright colored something, just so we can have some variety. I like these little tiny, oh, well, let me show you. Oh, I did show you how I did the faces. Some of them though, on that stencil, there's just the one side done. There's not both sides. So I just flipped the stencil over like to do the other eye so that you have equally the same looking eyes. Some of them have already different eyes. Like this one has this funny eyebrow and two different eyes, but that's the way I drew that one. So anyway, let's see. I could do some blue. I think I'll do this little gal. I've got some green polka dots. Oh, and this. Yes. Okay, so we'll do something with these to give us a brighter one. Oh, I had that piece left. I could probably do this one. Yeah, I think she'll work on there. The one thing, these, you can make these pretty quick. This is Gayle Augustinelli's feed sack papers. That are very fun, bright and happy. And there we have another one. See, you get rid of one and make two or something like that. That's the way it feels with those. It's kind of never ending. Okay, I like this green because she's got that bright green in her face. I'm gonna go this way. I always love polka dots because they're fabulous. Don't need it that long, do we? Or do I want to go that way? I don't want everything going up and down is the thing. Make it more jaggedy that way. It. Nope. I feel like I just need like book page or something like that over there. Music page would work. Don't really need all of that. I'll try this a little bit. I want to see that feed sack paper. That'll work. can never resist the neutral tones, huh? Okay. This one I think should have some wings. Pretty cute. Okay, let's see. What do we have? I had one that was kind of funny, I thought. I can find it. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Put Hilda smiled. Maybe her name is Hilda. She goes by Hildy. Even though she's not smiling. You know, can't have it all. I don't know, I'm just having fun with the words. So this one I feel like I don't have to do a whole lot to it. I'm going to go ahead and ink around it since it's got, you know, the color already. But I definitely feel like you could add to these like crazy if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to cut the top of that one off again. I like the shoulder effect, but you don't really need all this up here. Just do like that. And she does need wings, I think. If I can find some. I haven't used butterflies in so long, I hardly even know where they're at. I know they're in my crazy box of stuff here, but I have one of those big plastic shoe boxes just filled with glassine envelopes, all kind of, you know, like that. And I did have some in here, but at the moment I don't know where they're at. Oh, I can use some Tim Holt wing. That'll work. Oh, it's so hot today. Oh, I have this. This was from Sammy. She sent me those ages and ages ago, and I always forget to use them. They're those kind of see-through Tim Holtz wings. So let's use those. Yeah, I got up this morning. Oh, I forgot to back that. And it was already 73 degrees. And mind you, I get up at like, I think I got up at 6:30. So yeah, that means it's gonna be a misery today. Like that. Misery. Because normally, before July, usually we can get away with opening the windows in the mornings, and it's fairly cool. Not like cold or anything, but it's cool enough to get a little cool air in before the day starts. But yeah, not so much today. Oh, the book pages coming apart. I don't know if I'm gonna stitch these or not. They would be a little tricky to stitch, so I'm thinking probably not. But yeah, you could pretty much just make these all day. At least I could. Decorate them up however fancy you like. Okay, so these wings are a little tricky because they're so thin, but I'm going to cut them in half just because that way you'll see more of the wing rather than putting all of it across the back, you know. I may run a stitch to hold them on a little bit better because I don't know that glue is going to hold them super great. And I don't think I really need to cut a slit because that isn't a whole lot of a neck right there. Just gonna get it good and glued, hopefully. Probably should draw longer necks would be my advice on that. I just didn't want them too long and strange. This way, I think. We're going to try this, but I'm pretty sure I'll run a stitch just to make sure they don't fall off. But yeah, if you made a master board first, you could make loads of these real easy. Just some fun faces or something. Oh, I ended up covering her name a lot. I'll do a little bit of this. I need to do a different page. It's just sticking to it in an irritating manner. I like the dots around her face. Okay. I'm not sure what else she needs, but she feels like she needs something. Around her head. Let's do yay, punches that work. These are EK Success punches I got for my birthday from my mother and father-in-law. Oh, it doesn't really, I thought it was bigger, but I think I like that. I'm just gonna spend the next week trying to pick stuff off my table. I don't know why I cut my fingernails off again. That was dumb. Well, I hate it when they're all, you know, broken, weird edges and stuff. She has a halo. She's a fairy angel. Fabulous. Love it. fun with those bean pockets. Truly. I was going to show you in a pocket. I don't have a journal right here though. But I just think they're super cute and fun. Could put a little tool on her. She's pretty fabulous, so. Do I want it like up here? Probably have to use some tacky glue to make that happen. Oh, that one's not even open yet. This one I haven't used in a while, you can tell, because it's stuck. I haven't finished any journals to put covers on. Too busy playing with stencils and stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in those contemporary face stencils, I think it's going to be a bigger stencil. Like, it'll pretty much be a full sheet of Mylar. Usually try to make them a tiny bit smaller, but that one in particular I think is going to have to be a larger size one. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of some of that. I might, like I said, run a stitch across there or something, just so that it stays. So very different styles, so you can see, you can make them however you like. That one, and then the original, that one will go in my idea book. And our gentleman here, I'll bring her closer so you can see a little bit better with the tool. It'll, once the glue dries and stuff, it'll be a little bit better. And then our lady in the binder. So we got 4 of them done. That's not too bad for me. But here's one. So yeah, I just think they're super duper fun. I hope you guys like this idea, and I hope you give it a try, and I would love to see it if you do. So anyways, we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Talk later. Bye bye now.